Good morning and a very happy new year 2023 to one and all. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome the participants from academia, industry, research scholars and students from more than 18 states of the country in the first day of the two-day National Colloquium on Approach to Union Budget 2023 Pre-Budget Expectations organized by Faculty of Economics, Chitkara Business School, Chitkara University, Punjab. Union Budget is more than just an accounting document. It reveals the broad policy positions of the government and serves as a platform for financial reforms. The objective of Union Budget is to bring about a rapid and balanced economic growth of the country along with social justice and equality. Post-pandemic, several policies has been initiated for the revival of the economy, which was very much affected due to pandemic. The economy today is having positive and better economic growth rate compared to other global economies. However, there is higher rate of inflation, unemployment, high rate of imports, creating a disbalance in the economy. The upcoming Union Budget 2023 will be certainly addressing the issues of the economy pertaining to each sector such as education, finance, defense, industry, agriculture, services, etc. so as to create employment, curb inflationary pressures and overall growth of the economy. The purpose of Colloquium is to bring together the economists and experts of different sectors together to come up with a priority-based suggestions to answer the issues related to Indian economy. Through the Colloquium, participants will have a greater and clearer overview of the budgetary process, economic situation of the country and what could be done to overcome. I take this opportunity to present our deepest gratitude towards Honorable Chancellor, Chitkara University, Dr. Ashok K. Chitkara and Honorable Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Madhu Chitkara, whose guidance and motivation has made the idea of National Colloquium to reality. In two-day National Colloquium on Approach to Union Budget 2023, Pre-Budget Expectations on 9th and 10th January 2023, we are privileged to have 6 eminent speakers with us who will be sharing their expert views on expectations from Union Budget on different sectors of the economy. We are privileged to have with us for today's session Professor Mithilesh Kumar Sinha, Dean of Social Science, former Finance Officer, Central University of Nagaland. Mr. Sunil Kumar, Director, Monetary Policy Department, RBI, Mumbai. And Professor Dinesh Kumar, Professor and Head, Department of Economics, Chaudhary Charan Singh University, Meerut. And for tomorrow, Professor D.K. Naurial, Professor of Economics, IIT Roorkee, and former Vice Chancellor, Kumayo University. Professor R.R. Biradar, Professor of Economics, Karnataka University, Karnataka, and Professor Manish Chaubey, Professor and Head, Department of Economics, Central University, Sikkim. The video of the session will be uploaded on University YouTube channel and the panel discussion which will be post-lunch will be broadcasted on local radio in local language. We will now start the session with the inaugural message of Honorable Pro-Chancellor Dr. Madhu Chitkara, who is the Chief Patron of the National Colloquium and the guidance has brought the National Colloquium in reality.
Good morning to everybody and Happy New Year 2023. It's a very good morning, happy good morning because we are entering into a year where it is 2023 and 23 is, according to mathematics, 23 is very lucky. There are 23 mantras which if we all follow, it will give a prosperity to all of us. I, Dr. Madhu Chitkara, Pro-Chancellor, Chitkara University, Punjab and Himachal Pradesh, welcome all of you to the second National Colloquium on Approach to Union Budget 2023. And it will be about the pre-budget expectations. For that, I'm very thankful to my B schools and all my professors, those who have thought of this type of discussion, where, because I think in February we are going to have our new budget. Before that, when there will be the discussions and what all has to be done, it will be too good for all of us. And it is my proud privilege to welcome all the guest speakers for these 2-day national event. If you will be able to understand that how seriously the organizers have taken this project, because we have all the distinguished speakers from our campus, from IIT Roorkee, from Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi, then even the Reserve Bank of India, Mumbai, they are also part of it, Central University, Nagaland, Central University, Sikkim, and Chaudhry Charan Singh University, Meerut. And they will be there to share their rich experience and knowledge. If I talk about the topics which they will be talking, so I think there will be some evolving the macro economic situation and what the monetary policy will be, then how the budget 2023 and what they will say about the service sector. Then because you know that we all were talking about agriculture sector, and we have some expectations from the budget for Indian agriculture sector also. So there will be some topics and discussions will be there. Then there are discussions on the technical manufacturing and the Indian economy. And very important, last but not the least, is the industrial growth, and which is need of the hour to understand that agriculture and industry, if they go hand in hand, so it will be great for our country like India. And what are those challenges, what are the opportunities? I think that will be the point of discussion for all of them. I think this will include the sessions where all the panel discussions will be done, and this will be a 2-day mega event. I think this is happening in our campus first time that pre-budget sessions are done, and it will be broadcasted on several social and media platforms. It will give the benefit to many listeners. You know that I think some of you must be knowing that Chitkara University has got their own FM radio, which is the frequency is 107.8. It is a community radio. We are the first one in Punjab to get this opportunity from the central government, and we are catering to all the neighboring villages. We have adopted 5 villages around it, and we are just taking care of their needs. And through this radio, community radio, we will be broadcasting this, and it will be in the regional languages as well. You know that this is in Punjab, so we have a regional language, Punjabi. So some of the sessions will be broadcast into that Punjabi language. For that, I'm very, very thankful to my Faculty of Economics, Chitkara Business Schools, and team from our Chitkara School of Mass Communication, because this radio, FM 107.8 Chitkara radio, is managed by my dear students from media and the faculty members. And I'm very amazed to see that during pandemic, 24/7, this channel was working, and without any gaps, without any hindrances. And they were sitting at home, the professors were sitting at home, the students were sitting at home, and they were managing it. So I think for that, I must congratulate them for joining hand with Chitkara Business School and the School of Economics, and they are doing this thing. So I think this will be a great session. What are the expectations from the budget, pre-budget expectation, which is, I think, happening on 1st of February 2023. When they will be talking about the budget session, so there will be many takeaways for all of us, and I request all of you that please be part of it seriously, and let us see that how much we discussed and what part of it was there in the actual budget. So I think this will be a great learning for all the listeners and the attendees, and wishing you all the best. great year ahead. Stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abhishek, and it's really a delight for all of us to be together here and presenting a colloquium on pre-budget expectations. To begin with, we wish all our listeners and attendees a very happy and prosperous New Year 2023, as our Pro-Chancellor just gave all the wishes to our attendees and experts in the beginning of the session. Now, this activity is our annual activity at Chitkara Business School. This year, Chitkara Business School is organizing this national colloquium in association with Chitkara School of Mass Communication. Now, we organize this activity every year for 2 days and invite distinguished speakers on the occasion to speak on budget expectations. Today is the first day of colloquium, which includes speakers, sessions and panel discussion on FM 107.8 University's on community channel in regional language, so that knowledge and information goes to all stakeholders of Indian economy. This is an effort to spread awareness all around and seek participation from all corners. We extend a very warm welcome to our speakers of National Colloquium, and it's a great pleasure that we have with us Professor Mithilesh Sinha, Professor of Economics and Dean School of Social Science, Central University, Nagaland. Professor Sinha will speak on Indian agriculture sector. We all understand that Indian agriculture sector has a great role to play in growth of Indian economy, and there is a scope of improvement. Hence, in every budget, there is a special privilege and there are special provisions given to agriculture sector, so that our economy encashes the true strength of our country, which is agriculture. We have with us Professor Dinesh Kumar, Professor of Economics and Director, Manevar Kashiram Shodhpeeth, Chaudhary Charan Singh University, Meerut. Professor Dinesh will speak on industrial sector. Now, the growth of industry is happening at a rapid speed. And the most interesting fact about the growth of industry is that there are new things coming into every moment of the day. So, to stay abreast with what is latest happening in the industry and the technology sector all over the world, and to match those expectations at a country level, at a national level, it's important to understand what is in store or what can be there in budget 2023 with regard to industry sector. So when I say industry sector, it caters to both MSMEs and heavy industry. We have another guest today, Dr. Sunil Kumar, Director, RBI Monetary Policy Department. Dr. Sunil is an expert in macroeconomic policies. He will speak on evolving macroeconomic situation. It's very important as a student, as a professional, as a businessman, to understand Indian economy at a macro level. So Dr. Sunil will largely speak on macroeconomic situation, how it is getting evolved nowadays, and what is the monetary policy around that macroeconomic situation. Day 2, that means tomorrow, will include sessions from Dr. D.K. Nauriyal. Dr. Nauriyal is Professor of Economics from IIT Roorkee, and he will speak on technical manufacturing. So manufacturing is another area which is coming up very, I'll say, very nicely, and this area requires a lot of attention from the government side. So we have a lot of expectations, especially in the manufacturing, and we want it to be strengthened. So Dr. Nauriyal will speak on technical manufacturing and its relation with the budget. Professor Manish Chaubey is another invited speaker. He'll be with us tomorrow. He's a professor of economics from Central University, Sikkim. And Professor Chaubey will speak on FPOs and budget expectations. We look forward to this interesting talk by Professor Manish Chaubey tomorrow. Another guest, Professor R.R. Biradar, will join us from Karnataka University and speak on service sector. And you know that service sector is a backbone of Indian economy at the moment, whereas the manufacturing and agriculture still need more attention, because these two can be our strength, and these are our strength at the moment. This is a great learning opportunity for all attendees, for all listeners. Please be sure that you are there in all the session and you enjoy this learning experience. Based on the colloquium discussions, we will submit our suggestions to Ministry of Finance in form of a report as well. We are sure that you will enjoy listening to all our eminent speakers today and tomorrow during this colloquium. Wishing everybody all the best, and I must congratulate all organizing teams from Chitkara Business School and Chitkara School of Mass Communication, Chitkara University, Punjab. Have a great learning, enjoy your day. As our Pro-Chancellor said, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the motivating words. Under your supervision and your guidance, this colloquium was possible. Now, I would request Professor Sandhir Sharma to facilitate. Sunil, sir.
Most welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Now I request Professor Neeraj Anand sir, Dean Supply Chain Management, to felicitate Dinesh sir. Professor Dinesh sir. Pen.
Thank you.
Thank you, Neeraj sir. Now I request Dr. Prachi Gupta ma'am, Director Digital Marketing, to kindly felicitate Mithilesh Sinha sir. Thank you, Prachi ma'am. I would now like to cordially invite Dean, Faculty of Economics, Chitkara Business School, and EC member of the Indian Economic Association from Punjab to throw light on the essence of the colloquium.
First of all, Happy New Year 2023. I, Dr. Dheeresh Kulshrestha, feel immensely elated to welcome you all to today's National Colloquium on approach to Union Budget 2023 pre-budget expectations. Now I would like to welcome our Chief Patrons, Honorable Chancellor Sir, Dr. Ashok K. Chitkara, Pro-Chancellor Ma'am, Dr. Madhu Chitkara, our worthy patrons, Honorable Vice President Sri Mohit Chitkara Sir, and Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Archana Mantri Ma'am. I also would like to welcome the eminent speakers and our fellow colleagues of today's event. I welcome Dr. Sunil Kumar, Director RBI, Monetary Policy Department, Mumbai. Sir, I welcome you on behalf of the Chitkara Business School, Chitkara University, Punjab, and extend my gratitude for accepting our invite and gracing this event with your presence. I also welcome Professor Dinesh Kumar, Professor of Economics and Director of Manyavar Kashiram Sodhpeeth, Chaudhary Charan Singh University, Meerut. Sir, it is a privilege to host you here at Chitkara University. Sir, I would like to thank you for sparing your valuable time for making this event a success. In ball rolling, I also welcome Professor Mithilesh Sinha, Department of Economics, Central University of Nagaland. I thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and gracing this event with your presence. Respected fraternity and participants, as the Dean of Economics and coordinator of this event, it is my responsibility to make everyone familiar with the essence of this event. It is National Colloquium on Approach to Union Budget 2023 Pre-Budget Expectations. It is a 2 days event, and today at the first day of the event, and we will be deliberating on the evolving macroeconomic situation and monetary policy by our fellow colleague Dr. Sunil Kumar. Industrial sectors and budget expectation, MSME and heavy industry will cover by our friend Professor Dinesh Kumar. Indian agriculture sectors and budget expectations, Professor Mithilesh Sinha. It is all about the first day. On the second day, the experts shall be deliberate on the tech manufacturing and budget expectations by Professor D.K. Noryal. Budget 2023 and service sectors will be covered by Professor R.R. Biradar, Professor of Economics, Karnataka University, Karnataka. FPOs and budget expectations will be covered by our friend Professor Manish Chaubey from Sikkim University. The Union Budget, as we know, the Union Budget is more than just an accounting document, as it only suggests the allocation of the resources, but along with the indicates the policymaker's vision. As part of economic planning, budget occupies a significant role, but it is essential to understand the nuances of budget. And today we have among us the experts who can deliberate on this and can provide suggestions about upcoming Union Budget 2023. The objective of Union Budget, we know, is to bring about a rapid and balanced economic growth of the country, along with the social justice and equality post-pandemic, or we can say nowadays during pandemic. Several policies have been initiated for the revival of the economy, which was very much affected due to pandemic, or we can say the during pandemic. The economy today is having positive and better economic growth rate compared to other global economies. However, there is high rate of inflation. We know unemployment is too much high, and high rate of imports creating imbalances in the economy. The upcoming Union Budget 2023 will be certainly addressing the issues of the economy pertaining to each sector, such as education, finance, defense, industry, agricultural and service sector, etc. So as to create employment, curb inflationary pressures and overall growth and developments of the economy. The purpose of the National Colloquium is to bring together the economies and experts from different arena together to come up with a priority based suggestions to answer the issues related to the Indian economy. Participants will have a greater and clearer overview of the budgetary process, economic situation of the country, and what could be done to overcome the issues. Ladies and gentlemen, online and offline mode, I feel proud to bring this to your notice that Faculty of Economics at Chitkara Business School, Chitkara University, Punjab has forwarded the suggestions in a booklet form for the upcoming Union Budget 2023 to the Ministry of Finance, Government of India. Respected fraternity, before we start the program, let me give you a brief overview of the Indian economy achievements and related issues at the current situations. Firstly, I would like to talk about the recent G20 presidency that India has received at G20 summit held at Bali on 1st December 2022. The India will hold this presidency for 1 year, and to make this a success, a series of events in India will take place comprising of finance tracks and Sherpa tracks. The meeting will be held across India. India will host the next G20 summit in September 2023 at Pragati Maidan, New Delhi. So this year is very important for us. The theme of the G2023 is One Earth, One Family, One Future, and the slogan of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam that is drawn from the ancient Sanskrit text of the Maha Upanishad. For India, the G20 presidency also marks the beginning of Amrit Kal, the 25-year period beginning from the 75th anniversary of its independence on 15 August 2022, leading up the centenary of this independence. Towards a futuristic, prosperous, inclusive and developed society distinguished by a human-centric approach as at its core. The 18th G20 Heads of the States and Government Summit will take place on 9th and 10th September 2023 in New Delhi. The summit will be a culmination of all the G20 processes and meetings held throughout the year among ministers, senior officials, civil societies. So G20 leaders' declaration will be adopted at the conclusion of the New Delhi summit, stating leaders and commitment towards the priorities discussed and agreed upon during the respective ministerial and working group meetings. The expectations from India's presidency of G20 can be explained with the help of the scope of G20 that constitute inflation, affordable and clean energy, agricultural, anti-corruption, digital economy, disaster risk resilience and reduction, development, education, employment, environmental issues and sustainability, health, trade and investment, tourism. This will form the essence of the G20 declaration at the New Delhi on 9th and 10th September 2023. India will also put the issue of cross-border terrorism, defense, completion of the sustainable development goals, the major world challenges which require immediate attention from international organizations, institutions responsible for world peace and economic order. The challenges are Russia-Ukraine war, China's health crisis, new COVID VF.7 variants. We know it is already introduced and it is creating the trouble in China and international and world economies. Sri Lanka and Pakistan economic failure, Europe's energy crisis, climate change and sustainability. The recent Russia and Ukraine wars has inflicted series of challenges which are not restricted to these two economies anymore due to the global sanctions imposed on Russia by UN and entire Europe, and in return the decrease in the energy exports of Russia to the Europe has created an energy crisis in entire Europe, and increasing energy prices are posing implications on manufacturing sectors as well. If this continued, then sooner or later the Europe will observe economic slowdown and can lead to recession as well due to the energy crisis. As far as the economic challenges in Asia are concerned, the recent downfall of the Sri Lankan economy and continuously deteriorating the Pakistan economy, our neighboring economy, and recent China's health crisis are adversely affecting the Asian economy. At this age of economic interdependence, the issues is one nation have a capacity to inflict implications on neighboring countries' trade partners, like China's health crisis and emergence of new variants of COVID VF.7 could turn out fatal in many ways. Recently, Apple has taken out its production from China and established a production facility in India that will not only develop infrastructure but will also increase the employment opportunities in India. Another major issues, if I talk about that we could not ignore, this is sustainable development goals. The 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development was adopted by all United Nations members states in 2015, which provides a shared blueprint for peace and prosperity for people and the planet. There are 17 SDGs which are an urgent call for action by all countries in a global partnership. Some of these goals are no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work, economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, reduce inequalities, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action and strengthening global partnership for the goals. India is critical in determining the success of SDGs globally. A new report indicates India has slipped 3 spots from last year's 117 to rank 120 on the 17 Sustainable Development Goals adopted as a part of the 2030 agenda by 190 United Nations member states in 2015. With the latest rankings, India is now behind all South Asian nations except Pakistan. According to the Center for Science and Environment States, India's Environment Report 2022 released by Union Environment Minister Bhupendra Yadav, India's rank dropped primarily because of major challenges in 11 SDGs, including zero hunger, good health and well-being, gender equality and sustainable cities and communities. India also performed poorly in dealing with quality education and life on land aspects. At the UN Sustainable Development Summit in 2015, Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji noted sustainable developments of 1/6 of humanity will be great consequence to the world and our beautiful planet. It will be a world for fewer challenges and greater hope and more confident of its success. Here from this platform, we are expecting union ministries and state governments in their efforts to address the interconnectedness of the goals to ensure that no one is left behind and to advocate for adequate financing to achieve the sustainable development goal. With the emerging technologies at world level, we cannot afford to miss the shortage of semiconductors in high-tech artificial intelligence-based era today. Semiconductors are an essential component of electronic devices, enabling advances in communications, computing, healthcare, military systems, transportation, clean energy, and countless other applications. Developments in semiconductor technology during the past 50 years have made electronic devices smaller, faster, and more reliable. We cannot think for a minute without all the electronic devices we are using. We are in national colloquium today, in hybrid mode today. These days, world economies are facing acute shortage of these. The semiconductor shortage is not just affecting game consoles. The tiny chips are vital to so many industries. The global semiconductor production system is complex and integrated. The 5 major global semiconductor producers in all over the world, China, South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, and the United States, is also a large chip importer. The need to preserve trade in semiconductor is evident, so there is a scope to invite youth or emerging industrialists to invest in their sectors. It will also have a positive impact on the import-export sectors in our economy. Patenting of new designs, provision of subsidies to manufacturing units can also encourage economic growth and developments at the world economic challenges. The year 2021 was significant for the Ministry of Road Transports and Highways, as it not only continued with the good work done previously but also initiated certain measures which will have far-reaching impacts on the life of the citizens. The ministry carried forward with its mission to build good quality of national highways in India during the year. All this happens despite the adverse situation due to the COVID restrictions and heavy and elongated monsoon. While work continued on the different NH products, national highway projects and tunnels at high speed, including Delhi-Mumbai Expressway, Bangalore-Chennai Expressway and Jojila Tunnel. This will reduce the existing travel time also, along with wastage to energy resources. Several efforts have also been taken to encourage zero carbon emission. The use of eco-friendly vehicles and fuel have also been encouraged in order to make the environmental cleaner. If I talk about the agriculture sectors also its share has reduced in terms of percentage, but it still has occupied an eminent place and is heart of India. We have made several developments in this sector after Green Revolution, but with the advent of AI era, we are still lagging behind. With mechanism, we also require digitalization of the linkage. Drone farming we talk about here. I just want to indicate organic farming, economics, mobile labs, training centers, and developments of latest software that can ease the sale and purchase of perishable crops, early procurement, time saving, and stress-free trade. Eradicating middlemen can work effectively for reaching new growth perspectives. So undoubtedly, we have various major issues to discuss about, and being a leader to the youth in academics, I feel it's my responsibility to guide and support and direct them in the directions that will work for the well-being of the country. This today's national colloquium is an effort in the same direction. I hope our youth, our participants who are the future of the nation, would be enlightened with the words of knowledge and piece of information that our distinguished delegates, our speakers will deliver today. And I am also expecting from the audience, I'm also expecting from the audience today that with the end of this colloquium, they would develop a different outlook for the socio-economic well-being and starts a new journey in the field of research and developments that may provide solutions to the major economic issues. Now, without taking much of your time, I would like to call upon Dais Dr. Abhishek Anand for further proceeding. Thank you so much. Dr. Abhishek, over to you.